Hi everybody. In this video, I'm going to be answering some random questions that you may get for general chemistry exams. I plan to do such videos continuously, so we'll call this one General Chemistry Practice Questions Video 1. So in general chemistry, one of the questions could be asked is about scientific method. So scientific method consists of an observation, and you make a hypothesis after making observation, carry out an experiment, so all these steps are going to be included in scientific method. So a question could come asking, what are the steps? There could be different names for these steps. So what you do is you recognize a problem through an observation. So identify a problem would be here too, because you need to recognize a problem before you try to solve it. So observation. Then hypothesis, make an educated guess. Then you carry out an experiment, because it's science, we call it an experiment. And then after that, you come to a conclusion and you can draw a theory out of it. So all of the things are included in scientific method. Remember these steps. And scientific method includes these ones. And sometimes a question could be asked. They might give you an incident. They want to know which one it fits with, which step. So they will say, we see a rotten apple. That's an observation. You see a stopped car or punctured tire. Those are observations. Or you see a house without any lights. Then we say that example, if you see a house without any lights and you're there, you're knocking on the door, and you can make hypothesis, nobody's at home. So to confirm it, you can knock on the door, or you can call the person's number, or you look around and see if there's a car or anything, his car, or he saw her car there. So that's experiment. And then you can confirm whether, you make an hypothesis that nobody's at home, then you can confirm that hypothesis. You can accept it or reject it. If you reject, you have to go for another hypothesis and then test it. So this is the process of scientific method. I would suggest you remember these steps, and then remember what is an observation, understand hypothesis is an educated guess, and then you carry out an experiment to confirm, accept or reject the hypothesis, and then you form a theory. Okay. So there'll be questions like that. The only questions they could ask is either tell the what is scientific method, or describe the steps, or give some incident that would relate to one of those steps. Okay. So that's how you study. You find all the possible questions that could be asked from that learned concept. All right. There'll be also questions about a solid, a liquid, or a gas. You need to know what is the difference. Let me draw them clear. Let me write clear. So solid, liquid. So This solid will have a fixed volume and a shape. You can change the shape, but when you take a solid, it has a fixed one. But a liquid, it has a fixed volume. Right? If you take the fixed volume, but the shape is dependent on the container that it holds. Right? The shape is not fixed. It is not fixed. Not fixed shape. So gas is also, you can fix it in volume if you put it into a closed container. Otherwise, you don't know the volume. And the shape also you can't determine because it takes the shape of the container. If you understand this one, and solid also closely packed structure. The atoms are very closely packed in solid. Okay. But in a liquid, there's more space to move about. When it comes to a gas, it has the most freedom to move about than a liquid. These are the ones you have to separate. I mean, there are other things you can go into detail when you start to study about solid chemistry or solid physics, but or liquid. So here, solid at this level, it has a fixed volume and a shape. Liquid, fixed volume, but the shape is not fixed. Gas also, if it is fixed if you put it in a closed container, and the shape is the shape of the container, as you assume. Okay, and then a solid, the molecules are closely packed. That's why it's a solid. And then in a liquid, it has freedom to move about, and in a gas, it has more freedom than the liquid to move about. Right. So if you study those ones at general or introductory chemistry level, you should be able to answer some of the questions, or most of the questions are going to be based on these things. Then the other one, when it comes to measurements or observations, when you describe something, you have to understand it could be a qualitative or quantitative. Quantity, this includes a value. So it can be 5 grams, 10 millimeters. It could be a length, it could be a mass, it could be a volume. Okay. But there has to be a quantity with a unit attached to that. But qualitative means it is just descriptive. Descriptive. So you can say color change. Color change is or order. Color change or order, or if it is non-scientific, you can say the feelings, emotions, those things. So those are qualitative because there is no value to that. I mean, there's no number. A magnitude is not with a unit. Okay, but quantity, you have a magnitude and a unit there. If you understand that, then you should be able to answer the questions. Another possible questions that are asked in general chemistry about SI units. So you need to know the SI unit for length, it is meters, and for volume, it is liters, but for mass, it is kilograms. This is more likely you will get a question like that. And then if it's time, it's seconds. Okay. So those are the things that could be asked. Another questions that would be related to measurements or values. they would ask which one is which one would be used to measure the type. We say they might ask which SI unit is used for length. They might try to, instead of giving meters, they might give millimeters, centimeters, or kilometers. So they all relate to length because the meter part is there. If it is mass, if it is a mass measurement they're asking, then it has to have the gram. It could be gram, kilogram, milligram, microgram. This is micro. Okay. And if it is time, it is seconds, but it could be millisecond. So this SG would tell you whether it's about the length, it is about the mass, the SI units values. If it is volume, it is liters. They will also give you some units, SI units, and taking their prefixes like centi, milli, deci, like that, and would ask you which one is smallest or largest. So you need to know that. Okay. So kilo normally it's 1,000, right? Kilo. So kilograms would be a larger one. If it is micro, that's a smaller one. Milli is small than centi. Centi smaller than deci. Then you get whatever is the meter, grams, or kilograms. So remember, largest, mostly micro, smallest. It's not the smallest, there's nano coming. So like that, you need to know these SI units, especially prefixes, and see which one's the smallest, which one the largest. Then you will be able to ask this question. So this is a qualitative way of asking. Then they might ask to do quantitative. We'll say, suppose for an example, if they ask you to convert grams to milligrams, we'll ask the relationship. You must remember the SI unit table. You must remember. So less 1,000 milligrams means 1 gram. Or they might ask, this another way of writing this is possible. Because if you say 1 milligram, that means 1 divided by 1,000 grams, which means 10 to the minus 3 grams. This also means 0.001 gram. So that's 1 milligram. So you can either say 1,000 milligrams 1 gram, or 1 milligrams means 0.001, which is 10 to the minus 3, because 1,000 milligrams, if you know this one conversion, you find the other. So there could be something like that, either milligrams to grams, or grams to kilograms, or kilograms to grams to kilograms, kilograms to grams. Okay. Usually same, 1,000 grams means 1 kilogram. So 1 grams means, again, 0.001 kilograms. Same as the calculations are the same. We'll always get a conversion between SI and US customary conversions. So conversions between SI and US customary. So this is where you have to use before to factor labeling method. Factor labeling method. First, for an example, if you have to convert 550 grams to pounds, what you do, they will give you the conversion factor. So we'll say they give you 1 pound lb pound equals 453.6 grams. So first write what you are given. It doesn't matter what conversion they are going to give you. Always you write what they have given and try to find a way to cancel it and get, so the one you want to cancel, you put at the bottom. I've done videos on this, and at the top you put the one, the desired unit. So desired unit there. Then you take this ratio and put it 1 here, 453.6. So when you divide 550 miles, divide by 453.6, at 1.21. So you can, all you have to know is the given units you put at the top under this line, which is the denominator, you put the same unit, and then you put at the top the unit desired. Then whatever the conversion they give you put those values here and then convert it. You should be able to do any question like that, as long as they give you the conversion. When it comes to SI units, you must remember that table. Another one will be a conversion. So if you have to convert 70 inches to meters, we say they give you the conversion like this. So they give you 1 foot equals 1 meter equals 3.281 feet. Even if you know how to the conversion between inches and meters, you must follow this one to find out. I don't think you're going to remember inches to meters. So given the one, so I put 70. Let's see, inches. I must cancel it. If I have ideally meters is better, but I don't have meters, so I have to convert it to feet. So the ratio is 1 to 12 inches. Then I try to cancel feet to get meters. Then the ratio is 1 meter, 3.281. That's it. So I divide 70 by 12. Then divide that by 3.281. I get 1.77. 7 meters. That's how we do it. As long as you know this conversion, you follow this logical method, you should get the right answer. Also, you will get, I've done these things in other videos, so you should check it. We'll say they tell you that a plane travels at a speed of 60 meters per second. Convert this to miles per hour. Okay, miles per hour. So you need to have the conversions for that, and then you use the conversions. So what you need is meters to miles directly, or meters to kilometers. Okay, so I have to find what is meters to miles first. Sometimes they might not give you directly meters to miles, they might give you kilometers to miles, then you have to convert. So if I give you the conversion, 1 meter equals 62 miles. So first you have to convert this meters. So just continue to write meters per second times. You have to cancel this meter, right? So I put meters and I will get miles. And I just keep the second there for the time being with 1 mile, 1 meter, and this is 0.0006. Sorry, more space. So I get 0.00062 miles. Okay. Now miles we have got it. What about the seconds? Because it's asking hours. So to convert seconds, second should be on top here. And first let us convert it to minutes. The minutes should be top because we are trying to cancel the bottom, right? And then it should be hours. So 60 seconds, 1 minute, 60 minutes, 1 hour. Now you should get the answer. Okay, so I get the answer at 133.92. Okay. So that's how you do these questions, and I will do several videos like that, randomly picking and bring questions so that you get used to answering these questions.